Welcome to Executive Golf. I'm Lorraine Hahn. I'm here at Royal Jakarta Golf Club, home of the Indonesian Masters. This long course was designed by Bob Moore of the US with 27 holes over 100 hectares. It's a challenging course with winds that test your tee shots. It's conveniently located just outside the capital's business district, easily accessible by toll road. And my playing partner today is Suryo Bambang Sulisto. He leads the country's business group at a time when the investment spotlight is shining brightly on the G20 nation. The 67-year-old entrepreneur was born in Solo and educated in the United States. Before his 2010 appointment to head the organization known as Kadin, Sulisto ran the Sant Merindo Group, one of the largest fleet owners in the region. Great to see you this morning. Thank you so much for being here.
A pleasure. Sorry.
Gee, I mean, are you ready to play?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. How often have you played here?
Oh, about 10 times.
10 times. Okay, what's your handicap?
Official?
Yeah.
About 16.
Great. Okay, let's play.
Okay.
How often do you get out to play, sir?
Once a week.
Oh, that's not bad.
Once a week,
It's
yeah.
not bad. And this course is obviously home of the Masters, as I mentioned. It's a pretty challenging course, right?
It is indeed. It's a relatively new course, actually. And you? How often do you play?
Oh, I wish I could play more. Gosh, I hate to say, probably about once a month.
Oh, once a month, and you play so well.
I don't know. I play. I guess I could play better, but. And the kind of clubs you use, you prone to like the softer sort of Japanese feel, or are you more
Yeah.
into the steel?
I'm using a Japanese club.
Oh, okay.
Sort of the regular.
And how would this club compare to, let's say, other courses in Indonesia?
I'll say this is more challenging because it's probably designed for championship.
I mean, obviously in your position at the chamber, you've seen through the years here in Indonesia, the country's economy go up, down, etc. I mean, where does it stand now, in your opinion, in 2014?
Oh, you know, it's amazing that our country somehow is getting the attention of the world now. You know, it's on the radar of every big companies who are all interested to come in here and do business here. Our foreign direct investments flow has been, you know, tremendous. You know, it's increasing year by year. The last year compared to the previous year, we have a 30% increase in foreign direct investment.
Wow. Nice putt. Ooh. Okay, good. Nice in, nice in. Sorry, what do you get out of golf?
Oh, what I get out of golf, of course, it's the time when I could relax, I could meet my buddies, you know, we talk about business, about current issues, about politics. It's just the time when you really get relaxations and trying to keep up with what's going on.
Right, up to date, yep.
Yes.
And I mean, you're still working, so how do you maintain that handicap?
Well, the only way you maintain your handicap is if you play often. But unfortunately, I don't get as much opportunity to play, so I try to play once a week at least and keep up with my handicap.
Do you have any tricks, golf tricks that you have up your sleeve?
Not really, not really. You know, I wish I could play more often, but you know, golf is something that you just have to, you know, regularly play so that you don't lose your swing, you don't lose your
That feel,
that
right?
feel,
Sometimes,
right?
yeah. So how can you, how can foreign investors trust the government and the system here in Indonesia?
Well, of course, you know, this law, of course, upsets a lot of people, but I think the government is right in a way. You know, I think we would like to see more value-added industries, you know, being established in Indonesia. You know, you just don't want to keep on exporting raw mineral products, or you know. So as far as that law is concerned, I think Kadin, our organization, is supportive to the government. However, you know, the implementation of the law, that is one area that is still unclear, and that's we're trying to convince the government that we need to come up with something that is workable.
More of Executive Golf with Suryo Bambang Sulisto of Indonesia's Chamber of Commerce and Industry in just a moment.
Hi, my name is Stephen Moriarty from the Ledbetter Golf Academy here in Indonesia. Today's golf tip is how high should you tee driver? As you can see, I've got 3 golf balls on the ground here. If I was to hit the ball here that's teed low to the ground, I'm going to hit it off the bottom of the driver, creating too much spin. The ball here on the left side is obviously teed too high. This is going to come off the top of the driver and go too high. The correct height is just slightly above the top of the club face. This is going to let me hit the ball just above the center, maximizing distance and minimizing spin. That was the executive golf lesson for today. We look forward to seeing you next time.
Good shot. Nice straight drive. Let's avoid the bunker, shall we? So you actually take golf as a exercise or a form of stress release?
Both.
You don't take it seriously though, right? You don't
No.
calculate your handicap and things.
Well, I do a little bit betting with my friends.
I hope you win.
Most of the time I lost. I play with better guys, you know.
Like, how did you start golf?
I took up golf when I was in college still, you know.
Right. In the U.S.?
In the U.S. But then I stopped playing totally until later on in my business career, when I have more time. Of course, in the early days, of course, you don't have time. You travel so much, you work so much. But I enjoy it. It's a really nice, relaxing time, you know.
Right. No stress from the family, right? Like you take a day off to play golf?
No,
On weekends?
not more. In the early days, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll be like, the kids are got to see you on the weekends.
Yes, and you make your wife a golf widow.
Now, have you ever played in your years with any pros?
Oh yes, this was like only a year ago. During Pro-Am, I was playing with Ernie Els from South Africa. Oh, he's a big guy, you know, and he hits so far. It's amazing.
Did he give you any tips?
Of course.
Share one with me. Maybe I can make use of it myself. I'm not sure.
Well, you know, it's particularly when you do putting, you know, I think he shows me and my other friend how to putt, you know, more steadily. And I think it makes a difference, yes.
So when you say steady, you mean to anchor yourself more? Or is that the tip? Or?
Yes. And to make sure that, you know, the ball, you know, is going to the direction you really want it. Nice. Oh, that's a nice shot.
Thank you.
Great.
Sometimes they talk about being in life's bunkers, you know, or business bunkers.
Yes.
How do you, I mean, what do you think about when you get into a bunker situation?
Well, you know, in business, it's common, you know, to be in the bunker. But, of course, the question is how you can get out of the bunker and maybe get in a even better position than when you started, you know. And that's the key. And in business and in golf, it's the same.
When you attack a bunker, you know, you look at so many aspects, right? In terms of the sand, the lie, the angle.
And how hard you hit.
I think Indonesia is some of the most beautiful courses in the world, I would think,
indeed.
right?
We have, I think, world-class golf courses designed by very famous designers, you know. But not many people know about it.
Yeah, that's interesting. And they should.
They should. And we have beautiful caddies.
How about handsome caddies?
Well, they do have to.
And I was asking you earlier about the clubs you use. Are they Japanese?
They are Japanese. I think for me, as old as I am, I guess, it's nicer to use Japanese clubs.
Easier on the.
Easier.
Ooh, beauty! On. You're right.
Nice. Very good.
Ah, I'm in the bunker. So let's talk about the presidential election in July. And how do you see that impacting the economy, if at all?
Well, of course, it will impact the economy because we will have a new president, we will have a new government. You know, it gives at least some degree of certainty, you know, which business people, you know, like sort of to take this wait and see attitude until they see the result of the election. So I guess we are all excited to know who will become the next president.
Yeah, and what do you think must be on the top of the new administration's agenda?
On the top of the agenda should be, to me, I think, catching up with what we need to do, and that's building infrastructure. That's what we lack seriously, and we are way behind in that, so we should pay a lot more attention to that.
Executive Golf with Kadin's Suryo Bambang Sulisto will continue in just a moment.
That would have been the eagle I made in Thailand. I believe it was the Thai Country Club, but that was quite a while back. That was like 15 years ago. And that was the last eagle I ever made. Never again.
Sorry, when you're talking about confidence, what do you mean by that, or the lack of?
Well, you know, you hear a lot of complaints of sometimes uncertainties in the legal system, people being harassed sometimes, bureaucracies, red tapes, these sort of things, you know, I think affects confidence. And, you know, I think the government realized this is something that needs to be corrected. So I think we're trying very hard. The business people are working closely with the government. We're filing complaints, you know, we're giving our advice, our opinions that these are the things that needs to be corrected. So yeah, we're working hard on that.
Do you suffer from a brain drain at all? I know in Singapore they do, and other countries in the region.
Well, to some extent, yeah, we do. For instance, in the aviation industry, you know, we used to have a very strong aviation industry, but because we suffered from setbacks, now a lot of them have left, and now they're working at Boeing, you know, in Brazil, at Embraer. So it depends to what sectors we're talking about. But other than that, I think a lot of them are coming back also.
And you could play the same course every day and it would be different, right?
Right. Even if it's your home course, you know, there are days that you feel so bad and you wonder why.
Yeah, I get that all the time, yeah. And do you actually make it a habit to travel and play golf? Like if you were having a meeting somewhere, let's say in Korea or Japan or Malaysia, would you bring your golf clubs with
There
you?
was time when
You did that.
you did that. I did that, but
Why not?
well, it's always, to me, nicer to play with somebody that you know, friends that you know. When you do that, of course, then you just go to the golf course and play alone, and sometimes you pair with somebody that you don't really know, which is okay. But I prefer to play with somebody that I know and I enjoy talking, joking. And
So any tip you would have for me to improve my game?
I don't know. I think you play better than me.
No. Thank you.
I should get tips from you.
Up. Oh, nice. Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Let me finish it.
Oh! Try again. Yes.
Nice in.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Surya, so much. Really appreciate your playing time. Thank you.
I enjoyed
Thank
very
you.
much. Thank you very much.
Suryo Bambang Solisto, Chairman of the Indonesian General Chamber of Commerce and Industry, playing here at the Royal Jakarta Golf Course, home of the Indonesian Masters. And that's it for this edition of Executive Golf. I'm Lorraine Hahn. Have a great game. Nice weather,
Yes,
great game.
absolutely. Thank you.